My name is Duddits, I do builds and stuff, and today I've got a video all about orbs, in particular Attrition Orbs, and a very special bird that's going to buff all of our super builds, Star Eaters, Orpheus, Phoenix Protocol, all that stuff. I just want to start off by saying in this video, I actually was guilty of watching a few videos and reading a bit of stuff online that Attrition Orbs are bad, they're terrible, they are really not. In this video, I want to show you how Attrition Orbs are absolutely fantastic, and this is why Bungie actually nerfed some of the orbs at the beginning of the season, so stay with me. The first part of the video is all going to be around this beautiful bow, the Lethophobia. It's a void lightweight frame, really snappy. You get this from this season from doing Riven's activities in the helm. Impulse amplifier is the first one I put on here. Massively increased projectile velocity and substantially increases the reload speed. And more importantly, Attrition Orbs, dealing sustained damage, creates a slightly improved orb of power. That is the enhanced version. It just makes that orb a little bit more powerful, gives you a bit more super energy and grenade energy, things like that if you pick it up. It's also got the origin trait on there, Dragon's Vengeance, which don't really do that much for the bow, except it increases the charge rate and the handling and a bit of extra range, but it's a nice perk nonetheless. So the Attrition Orbs is what this video is about. Just to sort of get this out of the way, you do 5 shots with this bow and that is going to spawn an orb, but there's a bit more to it than that, because what I found is if you do sustain damage after the 5 shots, you do a bit more orb creation. Empty mod slot there, I've got no void siphon on, I'm just showing you my sort of little setup, and I've got no reaper on there, so I've got no void siphons on, no reaper on, just to create a few orbs. And what you'll find is 5 hits, as long as you don't miss or leave it too long in between, you're going to create an orb every single time. But that is where the video has ended. What I'd watched previously, the 5 shots and it's going to create an orb, and then that's it, pretty trash. But it's not, because what happens is after the 5 shots, you start randomly just spawning orbs here, there and everywhere. So it's not always guaranteed to be 5 shots. As long as you hit the first 5 shots, anything after that, you just randomly just start spawning orbs. Sometimes it's 3 shots, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 5. But after the first 5 shots, I found it pretty sporadic. You could just start creating orbs. Basically, they just pop out after the first 5 shots. So this really sort of changed my mind on Attrition Orbs. And I actually only just got around to testing it myself. So you can see just the amount of orbs that are just popping out everywhere, left, right and centre, which obviously helps your character out, your team, your build, everything. You've got loads of orbs, you can get loads of supers, you can use the orbs for other things as well in the game. So the video is all going to be about how Attrition Orbs are absolutely insane, and I'm going to go through and show you loads of different ways where we can utilise this and how it's going to buff our builds, especially the super builds in the game. But you can see here, just look at the state of this, orbs everywhere, it's absolutely crazy. All these stack, and don't forget, I don't have any other way of creating orbs, just the bow and my super, and you'll see in a minute how good these really are. Now again, I didn't use any of this in that clip, in them clips, no harmonic siphons or anything like that. When you get a double kill with a void weapon, for example, or reaper, these all stack with Attrition Orbs. So if you add these in, you've just got more ways, even firepower, things like that, just to add even more orb creation. There isn't a cooldown with them and Attrition Orbs. Echo of Harvest is a really good one on a void subclass. Defeated weaker targets, creates an orb of power and a void breach. Now again, these all stack with Attrition Orbs, so you've got in between, you're doing the 5 shots or the 3 shots after the 5. You've also got things like firepower, void siphons, reaper mods, the Echo of Harvest, all to add to the mix. And the orb creation is just absolutely crazy. So good. Absolutely underrated. Shoot to loot is something you can take advantage of, you or your team, where you shoot the orb and that's going to basically put the orb back into your super. Powerful Attraction is another one where you dodge near orbs to pick up the orbs that you create. Again, excellent for solo or team play. So you can see here just a quick example. Shoot to loot, obviously you'd be using in a DPS situation, you'd maybe be a bit further away, something like that. And you've also got Powerful Attraction to pick them orbs up, and that's really good for you and your team. So the next part of the video, just how to really briefly utilise these orbs. So you'll see here in this clip, I'm just paired the bow with a Witherhoard, for example, just so I could put some damage out with the Witherhoard as well. The bow is actually pretty nice. It's unstoppable this season, and it's overcharged with the seasonal artifact as well. So you've always just popping away, just creating these extra orbs here and there. You may as well use it because you're just creating extra orbs left, right and centre. And if you do something like Orpheus Rigs, for example, provides ability energy for each target tethered by deadfall anchors, and Mobius Quiver gets an additional shot. But if you just use it for the super gains, this is really crazy. You'll see even in this clip just how many orbs I create for my teammates. I'm just popping away 1, 2, 3 orbs, two orbs here and there, just by getting 5 consistent shots. And then after the 5, like I said earlier on, you just sporadically spawn orbs out of the blue from nowhere, and you're just giving your teammates and yourself extra orbs for their supers. And again, your Orpheus Rigs, this is where this build really kicks off, because if you run something like Orpheus Rigs, you're going to start basically getting like 7 or 8 more supers in a GM, and that's not lying. Honestly, you literally double or triple the amount of tethers that you can get out when you run Attrition Orbs with this bow and everything else you've seen. And it's excellent for your team. We all know how good Orpheus Rigs are. I've done quite a few builds over these over the last like 2 years, but Orpheus Rigs are absolutely mental for things like this. But we've got other options as well, which we'll go into. And this is a perfect clip because you'll see here at the beginning of this GM, I don't have my super, and you'll see I've already created 2 orbs there just by tapping away. And this is a massive difference, just a really big difference, because not only am I giving myself my super, I'm actually giving my teammates super, which is doubling your chances of getting your supers, obviously, and clearing a tricky encounter. And you'll see in this clip here, I just managed to get my tether, bang my tether down. That is also all the orbs that I created with the bow, with the Attrition Orbs. For my teammates, the Orpheus Rigs are giving my teammates supers, and you'll see this is the same clip. I actually managed to get 2 tethers off in the space of about 15 seconds. So again, all orb creation for you, for your super and for your team is an absolutely massive difference. But Orpheus Rigs are absolutely crazy, and again, you can just sort of use your super, tap away with that bow, create orbs even more just to start building up again. Other options are things like Star Eater Scales. You gain additional super energy from orbs of power you pick up. Really good. A Star Eater Scale, Celestial Nighthawk as well is another one. This is pretty popular this season, but again, more orb creation if you're running that, or a team as well, your teammates using it. And this is what I'm talking about, your Orpheus Rigs. I've got my friend and clanmate Iceman here. He is running the same bow as me. He's creating orbs. I've got my Orpheus Rigs. He's got Star Eater Scales on with Golden Gun, and the orb creation between the both of us is just disgusting. We created over 250 orbs in this GM alone between me and him, and we had infinite amount of supers, and it's just absolutely disgusting. But again, I just want to sort of say, like, things like Orpheus Rigs are really good. And again, Attrition Orbs does stack with the Orpheus Rigs, so as long as you keep getting hits with the Orpheus Rigs, that's basically, you get a load of orbs from the actual tether, and then your Attrition Orbs will just keep popping away, creating 1, 2, 3 extra orbs. Other options for Hunter are things like Shards of Galanor. You could run this bow or something similar with Shards of Galanor. Phoenix Protocol on a Warlock for super gains, really good one. Mantle of Battle Harmony could buff all your super builds out on all different types of characters, all different types of exotic. Ursa Furiosa on the Titan. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a few options out there. Let me know what you think of this video. Attrition Orbs are definitely way better than what people think. I promise you, try them out. Absolutely insane. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.